Hi, everyone. How are you? Can you hear me well? Thank you for the thumbs up. Can you let me know if you can hear me well? Hi, Rebecca. How are you? I'll be looking over here because I can see what you're writing over here. Okay, perfect. How is everyone? Okay, good. Good. Yeah, David knows what he's doing when he's setting this up, but sometimes I forget to press the buttons. Can y'all see we have a lot of static here? Um, just give it a minute. Let me know, guys, know how you're doing. Just giving everybody a chance to get their notifications. Oh, that's good. You can't even see my mic. I'm not sure how many people will show up just because it's in the daytime. So, or it's a different time for me. So, we got a lot going on right now. A lot going on. I was going to get on here yesterday and I just felt sick. I did not feel well at all. Like my stomach was hurting. I was like, I mean, I've got stuff going on in my life, but not like where it's just so overwhelming. And then I realized this morning when I woke up what was going on. So I was like, oh, that must have been what I was feeling. How are you guys doing? Let me know how you're doing. Hi, Truth Warrior. 50 Shades of Purple against bullying. I like that. Divine guidance. Good. Rebecca. Oops, I got a message here. Were y'all able to see that? I don't even know if y'all were able to see that. Did y'all like the sleep video? I mean, it's not a meditation video; it's a sleep video. Hi, did you guys watch that? Use that last night? Yeah, I'm sure you are a warrior. We are all a warrior. If you're in this group, you're a warrior. Trust me. So I put up that video yesterday. I'll be putting more up. But I did it for 5 hours, and someone had commented only 5 hours. So my thinking is should it be longer? Do you guys want a longer video to sleep with? I was thinking 5 hours because that's what I usually give my clients. Because they'll work, they sleep anywhere between 4 and 8 hours. So 5 hours seems perfect. Yeah. Hi. You didn't see the video? Yeah, I put one with music. I'm gonna release one with rain. You're welcome. Um, I'm gonna release one with rain, in case people like the soft rain to go to sleep, but they'll be with the black screen so you can go to sleep with it and it won't bother you. Yeah. So if you didn't see the video, go check it out and you can sleep to it. And I started in 440 hertz. I listened to a chunk of it while studying, went back and watched Over Concepts Create Reality music video last week. Yeah. Yeah, I'm probably going to put those over here on this channel too. Because those are with music that David actually made. So, oh, yeah. Well, I have clients that use it with their phone, um, because their computer will shut down. So, thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. But I started in 440, but I put you in from alpha to delta and theta. So it's hard to put all the hertz in there that I'm doing, but I'm doing it so you can naturally go in and out of your state of sleep, which probably is better. You'll probably cycle better if you use one of these videos. You'll probably cycle better. I listened to the video last night and come to think of it, you think it worked? Oh, good. You think it worked with the money? With these, I mean, we got a lot of stuff going on. So it should clear some stuff. It should like help you cycle. It should help you dream. I mean, it's got a lot in there. So I didn't, it's hard to like write all of it down, but it's multi-layered and it works. It does work. It's a very simple concept. And now that we have the technology to do it, it just takes a minute because I have to use, with David, it's always advanced software. So I have to do it. I have to like make it, think about which hertz are going to go at what time, but it works. It does work. Yeah, so I'll do one where, if y'all want it, I'll do one where it's like 8 hours or 10 hours of just chill music, or maybe some upbeat music, and then I'll put you in the hertz. I mean, you'll cycle in and out, but I'll put you mainly in the hertz of studying and clarity and energy, like getting awake, right? That one just happened to be a sleep one where you can just sleep and manifest money, sleep and manifest abundance. I mean, it's abundance that you're manifesting, but money is part of that for you, for some of you, You got money today? Good. It does work. It works. It clears. It's clearing chakras. It's helping you vibrate at those particular hertz for you. So they do work. I mean, I've used them for years. I'm just now making them again. So, and also, are y'all going to my website? I know Keisha did because she commented, but I'm putting out. Um, it's not daily inspiration, but it's inspiration. Um, just little tidbits, things that I'm thinking about, things that Spirit's saying, and then also the herb stuff. So I don't know if David's released the first herb one, but the herb one that I just did was dandelion, and it kind of goes over the benefits and the things that it has in it. So I'm glad that you got some unexpected money today, and I'm so happy for you. We've got a lot going on. So again, I was going to come on yesterday, but all of a sudden I was talking to David, we were doing some stuff, and then all of a sudden I just didn't feel good. And I just felt overwhelmed and a lot of anxiety, and I just didn't feel good. My tummy started hurting. So, I mean, we knew this was coming with Ukraine and Russia. We knew this was coming, but apparently here it is. So I woke up this morning and I was like, oh, this is why I was feeling so bad yesterday. It was yesterday evening. But just want to remind everyone of the energy that you have, the power that you have, who you are. And for me, I immediately, and have been all day, just sending out love and protection to those people, sending out love and protection to all our troops around the world, and even sending some clarity. And I know this is hard, but sending love to the leaders, that they are clear. We know with Pluto, we knew this was going to happen. We know, Venus and Mars are right there. They're getting closer to Pluto. It's what we value, and not just America or UK or Ukraine, it's everybody. What we value is coming up. And Pluto, with Mars and Pluto there, it's like you know, yeah, the energetic shift is going on. And one of the things I wrote about was not getting stuck in the fear. That's what I wrote about on my website. So go to simplycindy.com, CINDI.com, and you can read my little blurb there about not getting stuck in the fear and how we have change among us. We can do this. Oftentimes, and even in my personal life, like I've got Pluto smacking me here, and I'm like, holy crap! Like, what am I going to do? And I immediately, sometimes I want to take action and not think about it. Sometimes I want to like freeze and but I have to remember this is the change you're wanting. And it may not look like it, but it's the step to get you where you're wanting to go. It's the step to, you decided you wanted to manifest this. You are the creator of your world. You're the creator of your life, right? So you got to clear this stuff. You got to go this way to be able to get to the life that you're trying to, that you're seeing, that you see that is for you, that you value yourself enough and honor yourself enough and love yourself enough um, to say, yes, I can have this, but I'm doing this over here because I got to get rid of this stuff. I got to clear this stuff. Like, you can't have, like, you're trying to manifest like a certain car, right? Or you're trying to manifest a certain house. And maybe it's that you need to have that push from Pluto to like make this, the house that you're in, or the apartment that you're in, or the condo that you're in, or the car that you're in, have that sort of get erased or taken from you, because that's what you've been wanting, is this over here, but you won't move from this, right? Like, you won't take the jump. And so when Pluto comes, Pluto's like, I'm going to show you that you can do it because that's what you want to do, right? And Mars and Venus being there, Venus is saying, are you valuing yourself enough? It's about value, right? Oftentimes people talk about Venus as love and money, but it's your value. Do I think, do I feel like I am enough in this world that I can make that amount of money, or that amount of money comes to me, or like, what is my value? Do I value myself enough that I feel like I have to work hard for it and then I can get it? Or do I want to be in a place like other people that I see, and they don't really do anything, but everything kind of comes to them? Like, do I want that or do I want that? Like, what is my value system, right? And this is going on globally, even to the powers that be. What do we value? What do we want? What is it that we think we deserve? That makes sense? Love you, love you, love you too. Right? Oh, thank you, David. Oh, I didn't realize David was here. Yeah, like what do we see for ourselves? And then when we finally get it, like, we're like, yeah, I can have that. Yeah, I can be in that place. I can travel. I see that for my life. I think I value, like, some of you would be coming to the conclusion of like, I've worked hard all my life. It's time for me to do this. Like, I want to just have it easy, right? I did a lot of hard work. I've been through a lot of trauma. I worked on myself. I've done it. And then you come to this space where you're like, I do value myself. I am important in this world. I do want to have those things. And then you finally start allowing that to happen, right? And then it happens at the particular time where Pluto is like, okay, well, let me show you, because you're not taking the step. You're saying it, you're okay with it, but now you got to take the steps, right? And so things will happen where it comes in and you're like, oh, wait a minute. I said I wanted that, but I don't want you to take this, and they're saying, you just need to take the steps. You need to trust me, the universe, yourself. You need to value yourself. You need to honor yourself. You need to love yourself. You need to love yourself enough to know, and honor yourself enough to know and say, I've made it this far. I didn't come this far to fail. I didn't. And I'm going to trust myself that whatever comes my way, even if it doesn't look like it, I'm going to take the action. I'm going to do the thing. I'm going to continue to be in that vibration of like, it's coming, like I've got it. It's mine. Because honestly, these things that are worrying you, and I'm talking to myself too, but these things that are worrying you, these things that got you like so, the result's already there. The thing is already there. It's already resolved itself. You're just moving through the resolution. You're just moving through all that taking place because you live on this earth and you want to have experiences. This is what your life is about. You want to move through these experiences. For everybody, it's different. Are you trying to move through experiences so you understand energy more? Are you trying to move through these experiences so you understand how to love yourself more? Everybody, it's different. It's a different reason why you're doing it, but it's the fact that you're trying to have these experiences, right? And so, if you understand, you're welcome. You're welcome. If you understand that your resolutions are already there, you're just moving through it. So you have to be brave. You have to be valuing yourself. You have to be loving yourself. You have to be confident in yourself that you move through these things. And with each decision and each choice, you're feeling those things so that you can experience those things. And as you do, you grow and you understand. And some of you, it's that you're reminded, like some of you have to be reminded you have been through some stuff. Like you have been through worse things. You have been like some of you were when you were children, things didn't go well, and some of you were abused, and some of you were taken and put into different situations and put in situations that you should never have been put in. No child should ever have to go through those things, right? But you're here and you are standing and you made it and you've done it and you're wise and so when these choices come up now, you have to remember that you've done this before. You've done it. Like you were able. I've said this before and I'll say it again. A lot of people did not make it. They didn't make it. They're not here. The earth is very different. Those energies are gone. They've transformed. They're either helping other people on this earth, or they're in other dimensions, or they're in heaven on the other side, whatever you want to call it. But that energy is not here. That energy is not living life. We are. We're here. We made it. We're standing. We're okay. Right. Well, she says, I know I never would have put this on myself if I had the choice. Cancel, clear, delete. This current experience that I find so irritating. If you're finding it irritating, there's a reason. And as soon as you understand the reason for the irritation, it will go, because that's what you're trying to understand. If it bothers you, if things are taken away from you, if you get something and then two others get taken away, like there's something in that for you that you are trying to come through, that you are trying to understand. And why? Because with understanding comes growth of our soul, comes wisdom, right? And that's the energy that's needed to progress this life forward. Yeah, it's growing pains. It is. And it's not comfortable and it feels awful. Like for me, David and I were talking, and it's like the same situation that happened. He brought this to my attention. It's the same situation playing out in a little bit of different ways, Cindy, but it's the same situation. What are you gonna do about this? What are we trying to understand about this? Like, and I'm like, he's right. It's the same situation in a different form, but it's the same situation, right? So What am I trying to understand about this? What are you trying to understand about your situation? And as far as like money and abundance or relationships, like um, you're only allowing yourself so much. Think about it. Think about it. Think about like we'll just talk about the about finances, money, right? It it's like I don't have enough to pay my bills, and then all of a sudden I get enough to pay my bills, and then there's no more money. That's all you're allowing yourself. You're only allowing yourself, or some of you, I can't even pay my bills. You're not even allowing that. Like you need to, and that's because that's your value. Is your value that I only get to that point, and then that's it. That's all I can have because I'm kind of in this world and in this life, but I know that there's more. I know that, you know, I'm a spiritual being and I know that I'm an energetic being. And so I'm going to go off in la la land. I'm going to go off to those dimensions. I'm going to go off and meditate doing that. Right. But we're here to live. We're here to experience. And so we're here to understand our value and our love for one another and love for ourselves. Does that make sense? Abundance is absolutely unlimited. Absolutely. It's unlimited. The only thing keeping you from it, and for myself too, the only thing keeping you from it is you. Why is so the question is like, why is it? Why is it that I only allow myself to make the bills and then have maybe a little bit more and then that's it? Why is that? What do I not think that I'm worth it? Do I not think that I work hard enough? Do I come from a place because this is all programming. This is all from, you know, where you grew up and how you grew up and how you took it. Uh, do I only think that I can have so much because I only work so hard? Or do I think that, you know, that's not fair that I get some and maybe somebody else doesn't get some? Or is it that, you know, it's different reasons for different people, but you have to understand your value. When you understand how valuable you are on this earth and in this life, living this life, doesn't matter that we have had other lives. Doesn't matter because in another life, you weren't that same person that you are today. You're a very different, unique person. So in reality, this is your one life to be this person, right? Now we use our other lives to connect and see what habits we bring and try to move through that and maybe more wisdom and growing our souls and helping understand, right? But you are your unique self here on this earth at this time. The time is very specific because this is what you wanted to either help humanity move forward, help your soul gain light, have more light come through it, be bigger. It's different for everybody, but you're here with these specific attributes, with these specific characteristics, with the way that you perceive things and the way that you want to grow. It's unique to this life today. It's unique to this life that you're living. Yeah, it comes from a feeling of lack, right? Sometimes it comes from for some people, it comes from a feeling of lack. Yeah, but for others, it's about I know that there's plenty, but I'm not allowing myself to have it. So why is that? Right? Yeah, and it will keep coming up until you learn, and only then will the universe stop giving it to you. I know. Oh my God, and I'm so sick of it. So it could be self-worth, low self. Absolutely, it's connected to that because that's the Venus. That's you. That's value. Venus, money, value, right? Venus, money, beauty, value. That's all together. Yes, it's self-esteem, self-worth. Like you've got to really look at that. Release the feeling of lack and allow abundance to flow. It's true. For some people, you need to just you've been through your younger life until today and thought, this is all I deserve. Why? it wasn't a thought that you had on your own. It was because that's what people showed you. It's because that's what you saw. And so you begin to believe what you saw, right? Like our parents, our grandparents, our family members, whoever it was that, or maybe it was many of them that are like, this is all we can have because that's just the way the world runs, right? That's not true. And you are evolved enough to understand that that's not true. And there's your contradiction because you know that's not true, yet you saw that that was true for them. And then you took that upon yourself. But you see that there's more. You see that you can have more and you can allow more and you can be more. But until you really sit in that and be that, which means it's not there, it's here, that's not gonna stop. It's not gonna stop. There's been times where I've been negative in my bank account, but for some reason things were Daniel, I love you so much. That is exactly what I'm talking about. Daniel says, there's been times where I've been negative in my bank account, but for some reason things work themselves out. That some reason is you. You did that with your energy. And what you did was like, okay, it's a negative, but I'm going to allow, I need these things to be done and I'm going to allow that. And so your energy sort of allowed money or gifts or whatever it took to get your bank account right. It allowed it to come through, but only that, just that. Like, that's what we do. Like, only that, just that. Like, not anymore. What I'm trying to, like, on my own too, but to help everybody else see is, why is it that we're stopping at that? Like, only what's owed, not the abundance. Does that make sense? It was for me. You can create your destiny, and this is all part of it. It's lessons I've learned and I'm still learning. Yes. That's how their world is. I'm going to live in my world of gratitude and abundance. Perfect, Jessica. Perfect. You equals your. Exactly. Exactly. Like, why do we just say, oh, I can only have that much? When you know, and this is the thing, you know, you've seen, the universe has shown you, God's shown you, there's more. There's so much more. You know this. This isn't anything you don't know. But where's the break? Why do you keep stopping it? Why do you not allow it? Why do you and from an energetic standpoint, it's because I don't think I'm valuable enough. And some of you, it's because, yeah, I want to live here. I am in this life. I did choose this, but kind of not. I don't like what the world's doing. I don't like humans are so like awful to each other. You know, I don't like that. Right. And so you're kind of in and out, in and out, in and out. You got to be all in. It's time to get all in. Like, you need to be here 100%. 100%. It's this life. You chose it. You wanted to be here at this time. Whether you can see it or not, this is what you wanted. Now, try to figure out what it is that you're trying to understand about this. And if it's that I'm trying to understand self-worth, am I trying to understand unconditional love? Am I trying to understand relationships? What is it that you're trying to understand? Does that make sense? Hi, Amanda. How are you? Does all that make sense to you guys? Like, it's so hard because it's easy for me to get up here and tell you, but you have to like really go deep and feel it. Yes, my parents always lacked, but I see that there's more. So I'm kind of in the middle where I have enough, but not more, because it's still taken from my programming of there's not enough, but I know that there's enough and more. So I'm just going to be kind of here in the middle where it's enough. But I'm going to struggle because my parents had to work hard and my grandparents had to work hard and people around me had to work hard. And unless you work hard, you can't have the abundance because, well, I don't know why. It's just because that's what I saw and that's what they told me, right? Does that make sense? So you need to get past that point of, no, I can. That was the old way of thinking, and that's okay because that was needed at the time, but we are in a different place. For me, it was thought of as self-worth and lack thereof. I now see myself as worthy of all the universe has to offer. Yes, absolutely. As a Pisces ascendant, I know I'm also in La La Land as well. But Daniel, the great thing about being a Pisces ascendant is that you have a natural connection to energy, to the universe, to God. Like you have a natural. So if you say, I am worthy and I can have this, and you continue to say it, which is why I'm bringing out the binaural beats with the meditations and the stuff, because let's put you in that space. You're not used to being in that space because you're not used to vibrating at that, but you want that and you see that and you've worked on that, but your brain and your energetic field is not used to that. Well, let's use this tool. Let's put you in that vibration till that becomes it. And when you say in the vibration, I am enough, I can have abundance, I'm part of the abundance. I don't even know why I'm separating myself from the abundance, because I'm part of it. It's part of me. We're part of everything. And when you're in that enough, which is what we do in hypnosis too, in that enough, when you're in that vibration enough, then it will begin to be your reality, right? You, Daniel, have this natural connection to be able to get into that vibration. Now you have to stay there. Now you have to say, not just enough, but more. I want more in to run through my life, to run through my energetic being. I want more to run through. Remember the other night when I was talking about we're here and we need to be here. We're here and we see our life here, right? It's layers, it's hurts. These are hurts, these are vibrations, right? And we're here. And we're here because this is how we protected ourselves. This is how to us, this is the reason we're still standing. This is the reason we're still alive. This is the reason we're still going. And that was needed. And that's okay. And you're exactly where you're supposed to be. But now we want to be here. And so that means we have to start moving vibrations, connecting to the world, connecting to one another. That makes sense? Thank you. Right. Yeah. Capricorn Ascendant. She says, I have a Capricorn Ascendant with both Saturn and Jupiter in the first house. I've always thought I had to work hard in order to be rewarded. Yes. Capricorns do that. Saturn does that. But you did that for a reason. What's your reason? Was it so that you understood that at the time and now you can let go of that and know that, yes, hard work does make a difference, but so does it happen if you don't do hard work, because maybe the hard work was done when you were younger and you don't need to do the hard work now. Only now you're not letting it come through because you think, oh, each time I have to do hard work. Like, is it a different understanding that you're trying to get through? Right? Mars in Leo can achieve anything. Hey, Star. Yes, my team is digging up deep roots to deal with. Fun stuff, but yeah. So healing as needed to progress. Yes, healing is needed to progress. So even though today, with what's going on in the world, we want to do this. We're like, oh my God, why do people have to be so mean? Oh my God, but there's a reason. There's a reason we have to go through these things. Remember, this is why I've been talking about Pluto. This is why I've been saying his return, his return for the US, but his coming back through the energy is going to finish up what it needed to finish up, because it's here to show us you can do this. You can do this on your own. You can stand up. You are standing. You can do this. But there's going to be change. There's going to be change. And change does not feel good. That's why I wrote about it yesterday. Change does not feel good. some people like me, who's, adaptable, who's got the Gemini, and like I can change easy, right? But it's still not comfortable. It's still it sometimes it looks really good. Like think about those people that win the lottery. That would be like a good change, right? But even then, they come to realize that their life is really changed and they're not comfortable with that. And so what do? Not all, because some of them understand and adjust and change, but some revert right back to having no money. And why is that? It's because that's where they're comfortable. So change is going to be uncomfortable. Getting bigger, opening your energy, communicating with the world, connecting with everyone is going to feel uncomfortable. It is not going to feel comfortable, even if it looks good. With Mars and Pluto there, it's probably not going to look good. I'm telling you right now. Things are probably not going to look good, but it is the change that, remember, the planets and the universe is here to help you, not go against you. So it's trying to help you to make those choices because it's trying to help you manifest what you've seen your life to be, right? And so when that happens, it comes in and you're like, holy, never mind. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. But you do. And the key to it is to feel it and to understand. For some people, they're trying to change whether it's hard work or not. For some people, it's self-worth. For some people, it's self-esteem. For some people, it's unconditional love. For some people, remember, you're not doing things the way that you've always done. So if you're one that doesn't ask for help, then maybe you should reach out and ask for help. If you're one that's always asked for help, maybe you try to do this with less help from others. Does that make sense? Yeah. Shadow work is really important. Now I realize it was a karmic lesson that I had to learn. Now I have shifted the perspective and my vibration. Yeah. Even though you don't want to dive into it. That's where Pluto comes in. It starts says, even though don't want to dive into it. Yeah. You're like, I don't want to. And Pluto's like, but yeah, it's time. It's time. I'm Libra, Cancer, Sagittarius, so I don't know if that makes it hard. It could, because you want to find that balance, and the Sagittarius thinks it knows what to do, what exactly to do. So you just have to, and the Cancer won't let it happen fast, right? So you can be like that, right? Crazy how we were all born in this lifetime while all these planets are doing. Yes, exactly, Daniel. That's what I'm saying. Like, you did this on purpose. You knew in your higher self, you knew that at this time, this is what was going to be happening. This is where the planets were going to be. This is the location you were going to be. And this is the type of energy that was going to be coming and going, right? You knew this. You don't remember it, but when you're in your higher self, you knew this. So it's happening for you, not to you. It feels like it's happening to you and everything's against you because things are gone and things are taken, or they're about to be taken, or they're whatever. But don't get stuck in the fear. Feel it, understand it, and come to peace with it. Right? And coming to peace with it would mean, okay, I see clearly now. So what if this is taken away? It's going to get me to the other place. I don't see where it is, but I mean, like, there's been several times where I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to get that. I just know I'm going to get that. And that's where you should be. Like, I don't know how I'm going to get this. I don't know how I'm going to make this money. I don't know how I'm going to keep this house. I don't know how I'm going to keep the car. I don't know how I'm going to keep this life, but I'm going to. I just know that it is. I don't see it yet, but it'll appear. It's going to open up. I trust myself enough to know that when the universe brings me something, that I'm going to be like, oh, okay, maybe I should do this, and this will get, and then I can see it, right? You should be like, I don't know how this is going to work out because it's already worked out. It really already has. So you don't have to worry. The worrying will bog you down and keep you in that fear, right? And then you'll freeze. And that's the worst thing that can do, because if you freeze, and this is what I wrote in my blog, if you freeze, the planets, the energy, everyone in the world is still going. That means things are still going to happen. But instead of you creating what you want to happen, it's just going to be created, because that's the way of this world. So either you're an active participant in your life, or you freeze and things start happening anyway, because they're going to happen. She said, Truth Warrior says, one sign my body gives me if I'm shifting is I get very intense headaches. Yes. And that may mean that you're trying to fight something. Like, what is it that you're trying to like unravel? Your Cancer, Sag, Libra also. Change seems extra difficult, uncomfortable during lockdown. Yeah, the lockdowns were here to get us back to the space of creating, of critical thinking, of taking care of ourselves better. That's what lockdowns are about, right? So what are you going to do at that time? Are you going to freeze and just do? And some of you, it's absolutely okay to just sit and do nothing because you have so much trauma from your past that you have to like let that go. And that doesn't take a day. That can take months. That can take a year. I mean, you do the time that you need to do, right? And if you feel guilty about it, or if you feel any sort of worthlessness about it, then you're just fighting against the energy. You need to allow that to come through. You need to process that and then just let it get through it. Otherwise, it's just going to stick, right? Hey, I'm glad. Hi, Lauren. I imagine our higher selves like, you got this. Eats popcorn. Yeah, exactly. You got this. So don't resist the energy. And I'm telling you, it's easy for me to get up here and say this, but it's hard when it's you and it's feeling like, oh my God, it's going to be taken away. But when you're in that, feel it. Honor yourself enough and feel it. It's okay to feel fear and anxiety and shame, guilt, and did I do the right thing, and blah, 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 like all of that, right? It's okay to feel that, because when you feel it, it's energy. It's going to move through you. It's not going to stay. It only stays when you tense up and leave it there, like won't keep it there. The only reason it stays, and it's not all of it that stays, but some of it stays because you're like, I'm not going to look at this. I'm not getting over this. I'm just going to let it go. Like, and it keeps knocking and it keeps knocking and it keeps coming and it keeps coming. And if you will just allow yourself the emotion of feeling it, whatever those feelings are for you, whatever that is, because in that is your answer. It's the beginning of your answer to take the next step, but you won't know what that is until you're in it and you're feeling it. And then when you feel it, it's a wave. It goes through and you're like, that wasn't so bad. I'm going to be okay. And then you're connected and you'll get inspiration and you'll see what the next step is. And then you take that action. Does that make sense? Right. Don't resist the energy. The pandemic also showed a lot of people to really love each other. Yes, a lot of people. Cynthia and I were having that discussion because, there are people that are like, oh, before the pandemic, I don't want to see this person. I don't want to be around that person. I don't want to da 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 da. And then when the pandemic happened and you can't, you're like, oh, I miss them so much. I really wanted to see them. Oh my God, how are they doing? It's like, it's like helping you understand who you are, right? It's like fighting the river. Just relax. Yes, that's a good analogy, Jessica. It's like fighting the river. Just relax and let it float you down the stream and enjoy the scenery. Yes. Sometimes you're like, am I going to go down a waterfall? Am I going to go down like but you have to trust yourself. You have to know that the universe is working for you. You have to know that you are being guided and protected and helped from your ancestors, people on the other side, the angels, like all those things you talk about, all those beings you talk about. Like they're trying, they're like, we are here supporting you, but you're not letting this happen. Like, let this happen and we can show you how we're supporting you. But you are so tight and rigid and think you know what the next move is that we can't help you because the energy is here. We need you to be here so that more of us can flow through, so that more energy can flow through. The shade of it all. Hollywood comedy do people want to see you? I know, but it is what it is. I mean, that's what we were looking at. Like, do we really like this person? Do we really miss this person? Or is it about, oh, well, I would be, I would be thought of as a bad person if I didn't miss them. By whose judgment? Your own. Yes, the ebb and flow. Ebb and flow. Good morning from Sydney. Good morning. Good morning. It's afternoon here. So don't forget that I put that meditation video out. It's really a sleep video, and I'll put. Oh, can y'all let me know? Because I did only those were here. I said this earlier at the beginning, but I only did a 5-hour one. But for sleep, do you guys want like a 10-hour one? I mean, what's the appropriate? Not appropriate, but what do you guys think? A 10-hour one should be more. I thought 5-hour was fine. And then I'll also put one out where you can just have in the background while you're studying. Others have in the background to help with your anxiety. I mean, I'm putting more out, and obviously those will be longer, but I thought for the sleep it would be 5 hours. But you guys let me know. I'll wait for your answers. What do you do? What do you do about what? Yeah, I mentioned the blog post before. Don't forget to go to my website, simplycindy.com. And I'm putting stuff up on there. Just thoughts I have, whether Spirit gives me, messages or about what's going on, whatever's going on. And then I have the herb part too. Also, the herb part as well, and I don't know if David's released it yet, but I did one on dandelion. You can go check out the benefits, how I incorporate that into my energetic self and my emotional self, and how it helps in that way. And so I don't sleep more than 5 hours. Yeah, see, I thought 5 hours was good. Yeah, but I wasn't sure because somebody had commented and said only 5 hours, and I was like, what? I thought that was a good. Yeah, that's what I thought. We always gotta have one. Everybody can't be the same. I love your herbs; they really help. Yeah, herbs are so good for us. They're so good for us. Like just the lavender is so good for your anxiety. Right now, I'm going to do a post. The next herb I'm going to talk about is rosebud and rose because we need so much love. And I have a rose and rosebud like elixir that I made, but that's for people who are grieving, whether you're grieving the loss of a loved one or a relationship or whatever you're grieving, whatever your loss is. Rose and rosebuds have this way of loving you and nurturing you in your cells, like deep healing, deep healing. And I know it sounds, think about it. People give people roses, and there's something to that because having, ingesting the rose and putting it in it's just giving you love. It's giving you healing. And we all need that right now. We all need to be reminded that there still is love, that there is unconditional. There are people out here, and I know this for a fact because I'm talking to people all the time who can love unconditionally. That means they love and don't want anything back. They just love. That's who they are, right? That's the other thing. If you want to come see me, I should have done this a long time ago. Now that I'm doing it, is like coming and having coffee with me and chit chatting. Spirit comes out. I mean, I had somebody a couple of times, but the other day, more recently, their whole family was in this office. Like their whole family were cutting in and talking to them. It just, whatever comes out, it's just, and I love the fact that, it's just two souls, you and me, and we're just talking. And so whatever comes out. We laugh, we cry, we're going through it all. We're going through it all. Spirit's in charge, like your higher selves are in charge. They're all in charge. So whatever it is that you need to get through, that you need help with, that's what's happening. And these sessions are amazing. They're just, I won't say they're just as amazing, but they're amazing. I was going to say they're just as amazing as the hypnosis, but the hypnosis is different. The hypnosis gets you to see the connections of why you do the things, and there's healing because your higher self and your angels and whoever comes through, but it's usually you're connected to your higher self, but there's healing in your body. So that knee pain, the back pain, the whatever. I mean, I've seen everything, diabetes, like all of it. Like your body is amazing, and when your higher self and your subconscious connect to your conscious and you, like there's healing going on. So that's a whole different thing. But this chit chatting back and forth, that's just a way for us to like move through this time for like right now. Eventually, yes, I'd like to put everybody under because it's amazing. But what I'm seeing is I'm seeing healing as well emotionally. I'm seeing healing as well financially. I'm seeing healing. I'm seeing lots of different healing with just the chit chatting, with the coffee with me, right? You women and men are amazing, amazing souls. And the fact that I get to interact with that is beyond. I love that. I love that. So if you want to come see me at simplycindy.com, just order. And I can get you in pretty fast. And it's an hour with me. And we'll see what comes through. Sometimes I'm looking at your chart. Sometimes, I'll pull a card or two, but mostly it's spirit and it's your higher self. And again, sometimes your whole family walks in here because they're okay with it. And they're like, yeah, we can vibrate at that and we can help. Right. So it just kind of depends on your path and where you're going and what's going on with you. But I'm having such a lovely time, such a lovely time. Okay. All right. So I'll make the next one 5 hours. The next one will be with rain. I'm going to make them different because some people like the rain. Some people like the waterfall. Some people like the beach. Some people like the fire crackling. So there'll just be a lot of them. So just look for them on my channel again, because YouTube isn't sending all this out because I haven't been on here in years, but just if you would, share it, like it, commenting will help. Let's just get the word out. Let's use these tools. And the next time, I'm going to go now because I have to go, but the next time I come out, I'm going to give you some other tools. Oh, and can I have your opinion on something? Because my Gemini side wants to do this, but I don't know if I should do this because, well, first of all, I don't know if Dave will let me do it. But my question is, I love those word search puzzles where you're talking, it's where you're seeing what your subconscious is seeing, not just what your conscious is seeing, but what your subconscious is seeing. And so I was thinking about doing a video or doing some videos. They'll be short, they won't be long, that has the word search in them. And I won't tell you exactly what they are, but if you like little games like that to kind of help you see what's going on with you, let me know if you'd like that. And if you would, I'll start doing some of those. Let me see what they're saying over here. I love your herbs. I'm out of lavender, so I need to order more. Yeah, we'll get to that, Cynthia. I'm lost without it. I know lavender helps a lot with anxiety, or chamomile. I make tinctures, and so I gave some to Cynthia. She ordered some, and she puts it sublingually under her tongue. That would be great. Been drinking that apple grapefruit. Oh, good. That's working. I'm glad. That drink. That's the other thing too. I'm going to publish. I'm going to publish those drinks and the recipes just so that you have those for constipation and bloating, and I forgot all the different ones that I used, but I'll give you guys some more of that. Those will all be on my website. Y'all can go look at those. They'll just be there. And if you want, David put something on my website. If you want, when I release one of my inspirations, if you want it to come straight to your inbox, just sign up. I think it's at the bottom, and just put your email, and then it will connect it. Please do. My dad just passed, and my mom's having a hard time. Come see me. Come see me. I'm ready to schedule. I know, Laureen, I have to schedule with you. Laureen is going to come do hypnosis with me. She's going to like fly in to go see me. So she's one of the people. And we're going to work on her. And I'm pretty sure we're going to make it work. I've got to email you. How do you schedule a hypnosis session in SD? So you can email me at yourpath39@gmail, and we can talk about it. And you'll usually have to come see me. You'll spend about 5 to 7 hours with me. I can do other techniques online, do hypnosis online with other techniques, not QHHT, other techniques, because I have other certifications too. But this is the most efficient, most healing, most progressed hypnosis. Other techniques are that you come back and visit me several times, right? With this, it's usually you come back another time later on if you want, just because you want to see other things, but usually you don't need to see me. You don't need to see me after, whereas other techniques, we would need to do like, a month's worth, 2 months worth to kind of get the habit in you. They're just different techniques. I think QHHT is the most efficient technique. But for that, it does take all day, because I need all day with you. So, well, that would be great. Been drinking, let's see. Likewise, Cindy, you've helped me along my spiritual journey when I didn't even know what tarot was back in 2015. I can't thank you enough. I love you, Daniel. You're my beautiful soul. You all are beautiful souls. I just love you. And honestly, we've probably had lives together. Yes, my mom has been asking to see you again, back from 5 years ago, and I can't wait to schedule. Perfect, Jessica. Oh, that's right. I remember that. For some reason, I remember her, because I've seen thousands of people, but I know what you're talking about. I remember that session. That's so crazy that they they let me remember that, or they had me remember that. Email Cindy in the contact. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Anytime you want to email me, I forget. David's like, you don't have to put your other email out. It's connected to. Just go to my website. Everything's there. If you need to contact me, if you need to set up a hypnosis session, email me from there at Simply Cindy. I'm sorry, David. He's like, I don't know why you make things so complicated, Cindy. It doesn't have to be. Thank you. You're welcome. All hypnosis sessions, contact Cindy through. Yes. Thank you, David. Sorry. Thought that was you, Daniel. How are you? Remember our soul family's dream back then? Oh my God, Jessica, do you remember that? I forgot about that too. One time we all had the same dream. That was crazy. We were so vibrating. David's the best. Always on it. Yes. Love David. I'll say in front of him, he just needs to get his woman. Like, he needs somebody who is going to love him. He doesn't need, but I think, because I love my little David, I think he deserves someone to come in and show him what unconditional love is, and show him what a good relationship is. Right? So he's going to be mad that I love him. He's my David. And even though he's in San Francisco and he works in the corporate world, I'm still like bothering him. He'll he's one of the Aquarians. Him, Cynthia. I've got my sister, I've got all over friends, other clients. They're never going to go, and that's okay. I love Aquarians. You're single? Okay. David did say you don't have to be into anime, but you have to like anime because he really likes anime. He's gonna be mad at me. Y'all don't even understand. Like sometimes I think we should video. I always tell David, this is what we should be videoing me and him like arguing and talking about stuff. And he's like trying to get me to see the simpler way. And I'm like trying to do it the hard way. And he's like, oh my God, she's fighting me. But he's got so much patience. Like y'all would laugh if y'all saw us do this together. So when we talk again, he's gonna get mad at me. He's gonna be yelling at me. Then I'm gonna say, I gotta go. I have to get off the phone now. What is the proper way to pronounce your name? I refer to you as it is David. Davik is his screen name, but it's David. Yeah. No, it's David. You can call him David, Jamie. Yeah. Anyway, I love you guys dearly. Before I go, do you guys have anything else? Anything pressing? One quick, easy tip I will give you guys: if you're having like anxiety, like I don't know, something happens, or you're feeling a lot of anxiety, or it's not going the way that you thought. All of a sudden, you're feeling yourself anxious. One tip to do is to take your tongue and put it where the tongue up here, where your teeth and your gum meet, that little ball, that little bump. If you put your tongue there and press against it, that will help your anxiety. Well, I'm not going to say it's going to take it away, but it's something to help your anxiety. So that's one way. I mean, if you're not talking, it's not going to look weird. If you're not talking to somebody, then it's not going to look weird for you to like, you can just do it at your desk. You can do it in a meeting. You can do it driving, but that's a quick tip to help the anxiety. There are other tips, and that's what I'm going to do on my next live. But I'm trying to bring you all these tools. But don't forget to come back here and look for the videos for meditation and chilling and all that stuff, okay? And if you guys could share this out, share my stuff out, that would be great, okay? Have a great day and night. Thanks, Amanda. Okay, great. Hate to mispronounce. I know. I'm really bad at names sometimes, like really bad. Like I'll know what they say, but then I still forget it because in my head I have it somewhere like a different way. That's the Gemini side. The good thing is my Gemini is coming back out. That's really good. Remember we talked about that before? That's really good. Have an amazing day. I love you, Daniel. I love you, Jessica. I love you, Amanda. I love you, Melissa. I love you, Laureen. I love you, Cynthia. I love you, David. I love you, Star. I love all of you. All of you. All of you. I'm so blessed to have you in my life. So I love you, love you, love you. I'm going to let you guys go. Talk to you later. Bye. Remember, you can do this. We can do this. The result is already there. We're just moving towards that. We've already done it. We just have to remember we don't have to put all the pressure and the anxiety and the worry on ourselves, okay? Bye. Love you.